How is your ground game?
Recovery One Drone. Let us be your eye in the sky.
Hey, welcome YouTubers. Dre Crawford here, Recovery One Drones. Just giving you a little tidbit. You could call this my construction tip number 8 or 9 we're talking right now. And what I'm emphasizing today is the groundwork. And some of you may be confused about the title of this and everything else, but if you are into YouTube videos, especially if you're doing commercial work, if you happen to be using any of the online broker firms out there, you guys know who they are. I'm not going to mention names, try not to mention names in this video today. You know, you get requested of the famous term of, I need a certain number of ground and aerial mixed photos. And this is what we're talking about. Primarily, most of us here have drones. We have a wide variety of drones from those doing commercial work are using some of the new Air 2 to some of the old standbys. Like I use the Phantom 4 Pro. People using the Maverick 2 Pro. And from each end, if you're using the bigger ones like the Inspire, the Tree series, and everything else, and even other brands. Now with Autel out there with their 2 drones doing some fantastic work and everything else. So the groundwork that you may have to do is just as important, and the quality of it is also important. So that's what I'm going to speak about today, is your groundwork. Now, for most of us, if you're just a hobbyist, or even a commercial one, or a YouTuber, the best thing you have right in your hand is a phone, your cell phone. If you had a cell phone made from at least 2010-11 time frame, you're going to be able to get 1080p footage out of that cell phone. The cell phone itself can be used to shoot outstanding ground shots. I've used my cell phone, especially my 9-to-5 job where I work at, because everything is compact. I don't get to carry all of my tools that I have, so a lot of times I have to use a cell phone to get those ground shots, stills and video. Video ground shots are also just as important, because sometimes it's just not practical. Sometimes you just don't have the authorization, and you just don't have what's going on as far as people, traffic, other activities that may be going on at the site or the location that you're shooting, that a cell phone might be the only thing you can use, because you can't get your drone up for various reasons, like I just stated. So the cell phone itself can be a great tool. If you have a cell phone that was made at least 2015 or newer, you're gonna probably be able to get 4K footage out of a cell phone. And like I say, the cameras they're putting on these phones now are outstanding. And also, a lot of them come with built-in stabilization, so you can't complain about that aspect either. So a lot of times you get some smooth footage. That way it saves you from having to manipulate the footage in post-work, because the phone's already done it for you. Now, for those of you looking to step up your cell phone game to the next level, as we start talking about using gimbals. Okay, a gimbal is a nice tool. This one here is a 3-axle gimbal that I have here. You see the size of it, this comparison. It's almost, I would say, close to a little over a foot in height, and it also comes with a stand. You can use it without it. Great tools built into the software, these gimbals, that can control your phone and give you a great opportunity to get that smooth footage, especially when you're moving and possibly your subject's moving at the same time. This is where a gimbal really shines. Now, once again, this is a full-size one. I'm not going to mention the name brand. If you guys know gimbals out there, you should recognize the shape of this one and know who the manufacturer is. But I also picked up another gimbal. This one happens to only be a two-axis gimbal for the most part, but it's for the same purpose. Now, what I like about this one is this. portability. And portability is the number one thing that we talk about when we're traveling about and everything else. You see the size of that? Compared to the size of this doesn't get any smaller. This is what this is right here. Maybe 2/3 less. This can fit in my travel bag very easily, or even in my pocket very easily when I'm out in the field. And that's the number one thing in the game, especially when I do my 9-to-5 job, is I only got a bag about this big that fits my Maverick Pro in, batteries, phone holder, cables, everything else that I have in there, lenses, and so forth. So if I need a gimbal for the phone, if I'm using the phone, this is perfect. Folds right up, 2-axis gimbal. A lot of times when I'm out there doing the job, I'm not walking as much or trying to get action on action shots, so this with a 2-axis gimbal will work perfect. It has its own little software that allows you to use time lapse on it also, so I can't complain with that as far as that goes. So this is an excellent little tool right here if you're trying to travel light and still have access to a gimbal. Okay. Now, another thing I picked up in the last several months of work is this puppy right here. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to mention the name of it. You guys know what it looks like and who makes it. But these handheld little devices are excellent quality in film. They shoot in 4K. You can choose 30 frames, you can choose 24 frames, and I think some of the brand new ones, the second level ones, may even offer 60 frames per second. But I am very happy with the results I get with one of these and so forth. Once again, it's 3-axle gimbal, very smooth footage, built-in mic in it, and also you can plug a mic into the side so you can even get better sound quality, which I try to use. Sometimes it's just not practical, but this is my go-to thing right now when I do ground shots if I have it with me. Like I say, you got to worry about what you have with you at all times. And the old standby, never leave home without it, GoPro. I don't have a brand new one, don't have a GoPro 9. This is an old Hero 3 Plus, okay? Shoots excellent quality for the work it does. You've seen some of the work that this thing does in some of my videos, and I integrate it with the drone shots. I integrate it with some of the shots from the other type of devices I have. But this is an outstanding camera, and all the lines of the GoPros going forward. I say from the 3 going forward, you can't go wrong. But like I said again, doesn't mean you got to have the latest and greatest thing out there. But this little device right here can save you in a pinch when you need to get that shot. Powers up real quick, ready to go, boom, get the shot, and you're out of there in no time at all. Now, I know when you talk about real estate and everything else, and I had to upgrade in the last year or so my DSLR. I used to have a older Canon that shot good pictures. Like I tell people all the time, we talk about print media. The standard is still 10 megapixels for print media. And that's my old Canon Rebel XT was, 10 megapixels. This is a T6 right here, goes up to 18 megapixels. The biggest difference why I went to this camera compared to the other one, the older one, my older Rebel, didn't shoot RAW. So to meet the requirements of certain customers out there who still want to do a lot of their processing in-house, they will request you to shoot in RAW. That is the main reason I upgraded to this. It's this right here, still a 4-year-old camera. So I got it for, I think it was just under 200 bucks. So now I have the ability to use this camera on my ground shots for stills. And also this does video, 1080p. So I haven't used it in 1080p yet. But like I said, I have a variety of options of what I want to use and when I want to use it. Carrying a DSLR, it's kind of bulky, as you can see. The whole setup there. Lens cover, everything else. So like I said, when I'm traveling in my private vehicle, I can carry all this stuff in the back. when I'm traveling in my work vehicle, it's a small pickup truck, I gotta be traveling light. And I say if you're out there hiking in the wilderness and everything else, you want to travel light. You can't carry your tripod, can't carry all these different things and be able to hump it up in the wilderness or whatever else, or walking around with it all day long, and you find yourself getting worn out. So once again, I ask you, how is your ground game? This is Dre, Recovery One Drones. As always, hang on, enjoy the ride, and please subscribe. Thank you.